Welcome back to the Gridiron Goons. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm with Preacher.
What up?
Sean O'Mac.
Hello.
Obviously, we're here talking about some football, as we all know. We got a whole lot of key injuries we need to cover. Games we just need to talk about in general. Me and Sean are definitely heartbroken with the things we are about to discuss. And nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, let's just rip the Band-Aid right off the rip. Terrible
Do Sean
injuries
first.
to your two teams
You
this
can do me
week.
first. Yeah.
Do Sean first.
I'm unfazed by it now.
Brandon Ayuk, torn ACL, done for this season. This just adds a whole list of injuries to your injury-ridden team.
I know you're looking for reaction, but
No.
I'm dead inside. I've got nothing. It's
At this point, do you feel like you might as well just set sail the boat into the Pacific Ocean, let it sink, and take an early first-round draft pick at this point?
send that motherfucker to the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh,
Damn, lost
all the way
communications.
on the other side?
All the way to the... Oh, damn.
I know you want me to touch on it, but I literally have nothing.
Okay.
Juwan Jennings has to step up, but he's
It's
also
expected.
hurt.
I just expect it at this point.
Debo's in the hospital with pneumonia.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
I got him.
You mean to tell me 5 minutes before fucking kickoff, I got pneumonia. Fuck out of here, man.
It's not funny that he's in the hospital with pneumonia. It's funny Sean's circumstance. Because he lost to Keith and he started Debo.
Well,
Don't ruin my day. He's about to ruin my day.
no.
Oh, fuck.
I feel bad in some ways for Ayuk. Gets the bag and then gets hurt. Like,
Karma.
He had one good game. One.
You hate to see that. For Evo, your Buccaneers, man, 2 injuries, 1 game. I'll start with the better one. Mike Evans expected to return after the bye week. The worst news, Godwin undergoing surgery, dislocated ankle, missed the rest of the season. What's your thoughts? Where do you go from here? I know a lot of people in Bucksland on Twitter.
I got something to say about you
Facebook,
fucks here in a second.
all those people are like, sail the ship and it's going to be terrible. What's your thoughts?
Here's my thing. Losing the number 2 wide receiver fantasy-wise in the league because Baker's constantly looking for him, that's a huge hole to fill. Mike Evans, top 10 receiver in the league, losing him for a minimum of 4 games, huge hole to fill. Now, remember what I was saying? I had a word for you fucks talking about the Buccaneers? Let me just get into this. I can't stand when fans are saying, well, these injuries happen, sail the ship. Do you have no faith in your bench? Zero? You're not even a true fan, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I've been a fan for 35 years. Okay, well then maybe you should have a little bit more faith in your organization than that. Let's get real. And this isn't just the Bucs fan base doing this. This is every fan base. Yours with Malik Willis over Jordan Love. I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. Sean's with...
Well,
Let's not get into that.
I think Sean's fan base may be a little warranted.
Yeah, right now they might be a little warranted. But, dude, calm down. Jalen McMillan has showed a shit ton of promise. He looks really good out there. Trey Palmer has always been a solid starter. Yes, is these next 4 games going to be a rough or 3 games, including the bye, 4 weeks, I should say. Is it going to be tough? Yes. Is it going to be worth starting Baker for fantasy? I don't know. That's a huge question.
I think you'll know the answer after this week. I think the real question
Is it worth picking up Cade Otton? I don't know.
well,
Because I just badmouthed him the other week because I've been trying to defend him all season long. And now he started turning up after I badmouthed him. He must watch the pod.
he must have.
I would pick up McMillan. I like that little end around they do with him. That dude is
Dude.
quick.
And Palmer's even faster, which is crazy.
What about Bucky? If Bucky seems to be a waiver wire pickup,
Yep.
do you think that Bucky will have a bigger role in the run game?
I can't tell you that because Bowles said we're going to feed the hot hand. And if you guys seen the fantasy points, Rashad White got like 29 points.
Right.
This past Monday? Oh, damn.
Yeah, he got 2 touchdowns. He got multiple receptions.
He wants his job back.
Yeah, I want to say Bucky did really well. Like, we were actually running the ball. Like, our running game worked. So, when it comes to, like, fantasy in the Buccaneers, it's very sketchy right now. I, personally, am going to bench Baker for next week. Just because of the unknown. I have Jalen Hurts sitting on my dynasty bench. Because, let's be honest, Baker's been outplaying the fuck out of him. So, I'm going to bench him for next week, just in case. And we're going to go from there. But one more thing I want to touch on about Mike Evans. And if you are a Bucs fan and you're listening, this is going to hit you in the heart. His 1,000-yard season might be over. I have nothing but faith in Mike Evans. I trust me. But he has 335 yards right now. If he comes back week 12, let's say that's the case, he comes back week 12. He needs 110 yards on average till the end of the season. And if we're in a good playoff spot, they're not going to play him week 8. Oh, shit!
You're going to blow the mic out.
Oh, sorry, the set fell apart. Anyway, and if we're in a good spot moving into playoffs, guess what? They're going to bench him week 18. That's what you do. So it's very much so in jeopardy, unless he has like a 200-something yard game, which is possible, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Godwin being out. Now he's not just going to be the deep ball guy. He's not going to be just the red zone guy. He's going to be a chain mover when he comes back, along with Palmer and McMillan. Oh man, I know I've been rambling on a long time, but it's just some shit I got to get off my chest.
Well, I mean, I think the good news is Evans will return.
Yes.
The bad news is how much of a fantasy detriment is it going to be for your team, especially if you're sitting at the playoff bubble. Maybe you started off with terrible matchups and you're sitting under the cut line right now, looking at that midseason push to the playoffs, and now you got Evans. You're going to get him back, but it may be too late.
It's almost, if you're at that thing, sell it.
Right.
Because if someone's in a better position than you, if it's the number 1, number 2 team in the league, they might be able to give you a starter so you can try to make a push until Evans comes back.
It's possible.
Now, is Evans just going to go absolutely berserk when he comes back? He might. We've seen it before.
Or he may have some hamstring blues.
Yeah, so man.
It's not looking good for either of your teams. So let's kind of get off of the sad train tonight.
Ruining my day.
And let's move to San Francisco's arch nemesis, the Seattle Seahawks. DK Metcalf, grade 1 MCL sprain. It's like a week, 2 weeks. Not playing.
Sucks.
Sucks for fantasy purposes.
Dude, injuries just suck all around. It doesn't matter even if they're your rival. This shit sucks.
So there's that. Jaden Daniels week to week with a rib injury.
Yeah, that hurts me.
That hurts a lot of people. That hurts him. And then lastly, a terrible injury. Deshaun Watson ruptured Achilles, missing the rest of the season.
Depending on who you ask.
No, did you see the footage?
Did you see the footage?
Dude, that calf went pow.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Now, I do have to throw the flag, because I have an issue
What's your issue?
My
Pete?
issue is with the Cleveland Browns fans in attendance.
Oh, I see. Where this is
The
going.
dog pound?
Yes. I understand Cleveland's frustration, especially at Deshaun Watson, at the team, at the front office staff. Getting a quarterback, guaranteeing them $238 million, no ands, ifs, or buts. But when a guy goes down that bad, I don't think it was, not that he deserved the respect, but I don't like to see somebody cheering for somebody getting injured. Now, was it egregious? I think a little bit too much, but
I would like to respond when you're done.
I think that fan base had been gone through enough that they felt it was justified. I just don't see it that way.
My rebuttal to that is, no, it's not okay to cheer when a player gets injured. That's not what they were cheering for, I don't think. I think they were cheering for a chance to win a fucking game. Because
Change at the helm.
now they know he can't play, so maybe now they have a chance to win a game. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Now, does it look bad?
It looks really bad. Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it was like that. I honestly think they're like, we knew something had to happen to get another quarterback in there. Might as well just get it done.
I'm the opposite. Me being in Cleveland and seeing these fuckers firsthand, they were absolutely cheering because he got hurt. There's no other way around it. Come on, it's Cleveland. The shit they've been through the past, since they come back, yes.
Yes.
They weren't cheering for nothing else, but besides, they were so happy they'll never have to see Watson probably in another Browns helmet again.
Now here's the question moving forward.
Boy. You just called out, hold on, you just called out the entire city of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. And I stand behind this, man.
They're not going to be in Cleveland anymore.
Brook Park.
They're going to Brook Park now.
Well, they're going to have to change their name.
I think
Didn't
it's
you tell me about
yeah,
that?
I said about last week.
Yeah.
I think it might have to be the Brook Park Browns.
No, change the whole everything.
What? The Brook Park what?
I don't care. Change the name. You need an entirely fresh set.
Brook Park, I don't care?
Yeah.
That'd be a crazy
The
name.
Brook Park Banditos. It's the Banditos.
Oh.
Have to say it with the accent.
What if they were the Brook Park Nos? And they had Nos was their primary sponsor.
Look, man.
Because I know you love Nos.
I love Nas.
I know
Not a sponsor. Should be, though. Our content's phenomenal. Send this to the Nas sponsorship people.
Oh, okay. I'll make a note on that.
Preacher, cut that. Put that in the
13 minutes.
Put that in a fucking email.
Yeah,
Send it.
Send it straight to him.
Hell yeah.
What does this mean for Cleveland moving forward? We saw that DTR was brought in over Jameis Winston.
Out. Why was he listed as out?
Because he hurt his hand.
Oh.
Who
in
did?
the same DTR.
How?
Jeez.
I don't know.
No. Winston was listed as out.
Oh, I don't know what happened to Winston.
Pick him up. Waiver wire. Just on the off chance.
They also signed Bailey Zappi today.
He's going to save the season, Sean.
So I don't know what Cleveland's moving forward. I think they might just be in let the ship sail off into Lake Erie and sink for the year and
Trade Chubb.
And then get more draft and then take a...
Speaking about that, hold on. I was so close to winning a damn parlay until Chubb scored that damn touchdown. Oh. Dude, I had the Bengals at every single quarter to be at a -1.5 spread. And a Jamar Chase touchdown on the top as the cherry. And he scored the fucking touchdown and made it 1 point, not 1.5. Oh my God! I lost it.
Brandon.
I'm so mad, bro.
Brandon, I think you probably should just give up.
I should, but I have a crippling gambling addiction.
I think there's gambling addiction numbers that you can call for your gambling addiction.
Guess what? It's cheaper than smoking.
Terry.
Damn. I wasn't even going there. What about Blue Raspberry Breeze?
Yeah.
Sponsor.
No, they're not. Anyhow, so...
It's the sponsorship show. I'm sorry.
Hashtags not sponsored.
Should be. We're legit.
I think They just need to let it go. Take the first round draft pick, take the top pick, get a quarterback, get something good.
Quinn Ewers.
So let's move on from injuries to somebody who may be returning this week. Tua, set to come off of IR, still has to go through concussion protocol to be able to be cleared to play on Sunday. If he plays on Sunday, he has said he will not wear a Guardian cap for personal reasons.
He's a dog, bro.
When I heard him say that, and you can see there's constant water in his eyes because he is hurt. He said for personal reasons, and I looked at him and I'm like, Antonio Brown, nice to see you.
Of all people that need to sport a Guardian cap, he refuses to wear it.
4 concussions, 4 years, terrible track record.
Awful. That's he needs to wear it.
Awful.
Maybe wrap some bubble wrap around him too. Something.
That dude needs to get back so these wide receivers start producing in fantasy land.
I get that too. I would be excited for him to come back.
As a Tyreek fantasy owner?
I'd be excited.
Preach, what about Waddle?
What about A-Chan?
I don't have either of them.
Oh.
Meth Head Kev has A-Chain, don't you?
I do.
How's he been?
Terrible.
Dog shit. Copy.
So that's good news in Miami. Bad news in Terry's favorite team, Detroit Lions. Jameson Williams suspended 2 games for violating PED. So there's that.
Wild. That dude gets nothing but suspended.
Yes.
Bro.
God, I hope Laporta's value goes up.
Probably not.
They haven't been using Williams either. I don't know who the fuck they've been using. Cause
Amara. Who else, though?
Amon-Ra's been getting like 20 a game.
Get out of here with that, dude.
It's only running backs, dude.
Miss me with that bullshit, bro.
Wow.
Look at Gibbs and Montgomery. Their numbers are through the roof. When you have 2 running backs on the same team that is constantly
Didn't
over
Montgomery
20.
get hurt Sunday?
I think he came back.
Hey,
he came back
Amon-Ra cracked the top 10.
Did he?
9th in our GGL redraft fantasy points wise.
Damn.
So I mean, there's that.
Speaking about that redraft.
Well, we got 2 more things in news. One, Puka Nakua is coming off the IR, entering the 21-day window. And the other news out of there is Cooper Kupp may be being
They
used
want to ship him.
Traded. So that
Who needs him?
Tampa
Bay Buccaneers, baby. Send his old ass our way.
Tampa needs
Bring him in. Now, no, I'm not saying I don't have faith in my backups. I do.
Oh.
But come on now. He perfectly replaces Godwin? Come on. And it'd only be for this season. In my opinion, Godwin's better than Kupp. So, but it's only a small downgrade. And if that price is right, dude, get his old ass on my team ASAP.
Now, I want to go back to the Godwin topic here.
Love that guy.
Is Godwin in his last year of his contract?
Yes.
Is there a possibility that was the last play you've ever seen Godwin in a Tampa Bay uniform?
Doubt it. He was playing way too good this year. So my original take was we wouldn't see Godwin again after this year, and McMillan would fill his role. That is before he was the number 2 receiver in the league.
Okay.
So I'm scratching that.
All right.
He'll come back. Now, are they probably going to try to pay him less than what he's worth because of this injury? Yes. So if it's a contract dispute and I never see him again, I'm sorry. I'd love to have him back, but if the money is in the way of you being on my team, we all know how I was about Ayuk, and it'd be the same thing about Godwin. See ya, buddy.
Okay. Well, let's shift focus to the. Oh,
Go on.
go ahead.
Can we go a little off course for a second?
I love that.
Actually, right now, live during the pod, I got a trade. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it entails.
Is it in
But do you want to go over it live?
Why not?
What league?
In my ESPN league.
Oh,
What about the one that was-
It surprised me too.
What about the one that was just completed?
Yes, but we've been dancing back and forth.
How about while you're looking that one up, Sean is now about to bring up another trade from a different league, but let me tell you about the one he just made on the pod. Mud Duck receives Deebo Samuel. He sends Marvin Harrison to Will. Will, I know you're watching. You've been just trying to trade like crazy lately. I see you.
I love it.
I see you. He sent me one today. He said, what I sent you was overkill. I'm overpaying. And I was like, nah. He said it was. And I said, no.
You know, the way I look at it, so me and Will have been going back and forth, I believe, since...
You just been dancing?
Saturday, Will? Yeah. And we couldn't get a deal done over the weekend. So Will sent me today at work, straight up, you know what? I got to change something up. If anyone can believe this, I got Harrison off the wire, so it's not really costing me nothing.
Let's back the truck up, though. Didn't you get Harris off the waiver wire when somebody released him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Someone released him.
Tony.
I wasn't going to drop.
Shouting you out again, buddy.
And I picked him up. And, so... And I've got Maserati Marvin literally every league I have. So, you know, why not change it up a little bit? But, okay.
Debo's numbers should go up. Let's get real.
Yeah.
So what's up with your... Come on. Give us that ESPN trade.
So, I'm giving up Sam Darnold, CeeDee Lamb, and Jonathan Brooks for Christian Kirk and Josh Allen.
No. Fuck no. Excuse me? Who's your other quarterback? I know you got one more than Darnold. Who's your other quarterback?
Nobody. I just got Darnold.
Okay, well, that is dog shit. But no way. Kirk has done nothing.
I didn't say I was going to take. I just thought it'd be cool to kind of do one live.
Except it so it can be done live, I guess. But I wouldn't touch that trade.
Reject that. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that, man.
Anyway, moving on.
Back to the GGL redraft.
GGL redraft. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start reading you guys a weekly report. I think that's...
Oh, yeah.
It can go kind of quick.
Yeah.
I am going to talk about the Dynasty League that we don't talk about that often when I'm done. Because I've been making some moves. Anyway, in this GGL redraft, 8 Evo 12 scored 164. He was the best team. I was the worst team with 95.2 because I just keep getting injured. I don't understand. I have no luck. Anyway, I'm skipping the players of the week and the bench warmers of the week because it's usually about the same on everyone's thing. Anyway, so most efficient manager was myself, even though I was the worst, with a 100% accuracy. Least efficient manager was Terry. Highest points in a loss was the Muddy Duckling himself, Sean. Lowest points in a win was Crazy Eyes over me. He had 104. The biggest blowout was 8 Evo 12 over Terry. He beat him by like 50 points.
Terry?
Whoa.
Wild. Narrow victory was Crazy Eyes over me. It was by about 9 points. Overachiever was 8 Evo 12 by 45 points. Underachiever was, believe it or not, a guy that's been kind of ripping up our league, Josh. He scored 100, and he was supposed to get 140, so he was below by quite a large margin. I'm going to do a quick run of the standings. No points for, nothing like that. Neighbor Kids in first place. Good job, buddy. Terry is in second. Crazy Eyes is in third. Fourth is Josh. 5 is Meth Head Keth himself. 6 is Sean. Gil, damn, is 7th. Preacher is 8th. Austin is 9th. Which means my bum ass is sitting all the way down here at 10.
I want to interrupt you for a second here. Spots 5 through 10 are the same record, and so it comes down to points.
It's hard to get points for when everyone's fucking injured.
For the redraft league, what is it? 4 or 6 teams for the playoffs?
6.
I believe it's 6.
It is 6.
I believe it's 6.
So after that redraft listing that I just let out there, I want to move to the dynasty. I'm going to go kind of quick. I did some trading because I've been absolute dog shit. I've been at the bottom of the barrel. I've had a whole bunch of draft picks that I've got from all over the place. So I started doing some trading because Preacher decided a dynasty team that we just drafted needed a rebuild. So I said, all right. So I, in turn, picked up from him Garrett Wilson and a 2026 second round for a 2025 first round pick. I got both of them for that. I tried to give him Kirk Cousins and Devin Singletary on top of that. He says, I don't even need it because they're not going to help me. And I was like, oh, okay. So he talked himself out of that.
Well,
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the fact that those were for a 2026 first rounder. I want a 2025 first rounder. So, that...
Finessed. Next, so once I had Garrett Wilson in my possession, I said, I need a running back, something fierce. So I said, hey, Sean, I'm taking Breece Hall from you. He said, Breece Hall's not on the market. I said, everyone's on the market. So I sent him 2 trades. The pick was identical. My 2025 first round pick. Because I had 3 first round picks at one time. Keep that in mind. I sent him my first round pick. And then I sent him either T. Higgins or Garrett Wilson for Breece Hall. Took him about 5 minutes to accept T. Higgins in the first for Breece Hall. And I said, oh. So then, we see that Preacher's really all in on this rebuild. He trades Mark Andrews away for a single first-round pick, and now Mark Andrews just went nutty. Everyone's confused. But then, the creme de la creme, the top of the sheet, the needle in the haystack. A 3-way trade where Terry receives Jackson Smith and Jigba, Jonathan Taylor, and a 2027 first-round pick. He gives up CeeDee Lamb and a 2026 second. Brandon receives CeeDee Lamb, loses Jackson Smith and Jigba, 2025 first and a 2027 first. And the Preacher gets a 2025 first and a 2026 second and loses Jonathan Taylor. So for a man on a rebuild, it's the perfect trade for you.
How many do you have now, Preach?
Let's hold up for a second.
You want to reset the camera, so you're going to
do.
stop everything?
No, we're going to continue.
It's kind of flubbed up.
No, it is what it is, because I don't want our viewers on YouTube to have to watch our logo in the background.
You don't think that's flubbed up?
No, it's not flubbed up. Here's the reason why. So, in this league, I started off like any league. Yeah, it's gonna be a good league. Like we're gonna move, and then I started off bad.
So did I.
And then Tua got hurt, and yes. Now some may call me crazy for sailing the ship over one player named Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa
Being hurt, but I would like to say that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 first rounders.
Good Lord.
And I have, so if we think about it this way, so my first rounder will most likely be the 1-1. I will have probably Terry's 1, which probably be like a 1-3.
1-4.
1-4. If I really think about it right now,
you have Neighbor Kids, which is like 110, 1-9.
And then I also have Crazy Eyes, which is probably like a 1.5, 1.6. So,
And yeah,
now it's not ideal, but I did in another Dynasty League just drop a 4-round first rounder, and got pretty nice return for my dollar of what I sold for. I think one of the biggest things, and we don't really cover our Dynasty League a lot here, because Dynasty really gets into the nuts,
it's nerd
and the
shit.
Weeds of fantasy football.
But it's fun.
But in a Dynasty League, you're either in one of 3 categories. You're an old team that you're selling to win right now and then going to go into a rebuild. You're a team that
It's too young,
is
like
too
I
young,
had.
right? Or you're a team that's just there. Now, the team that's young may take 2 to 3 years to get to being good team, and the team that's just there may have 1 year that's good, 1 year that's terrible. And the old guys, they're going to have a phenomenal first 2 years of the league, and then they're going to be terrible. And I'm watching this happen with somebody else in another league where they drafted really good and really old, and now they literally are about to have nobody left on their team that's worth anything good, and nobody wants to trade them because they see what they've got. So I think for me, I'm okay with going into a rebuild. I do have some talent on my roster. I just need some of that talent to decide what they're going to do. I still have Michael Pittman on my roster. Tucker Kraft has been nasty in Green Bay this year. You've got and he's super young. Christian Watson, it's been up and down. Don't know what will happen there in Green Bay. Then a little bit older of a tight end, but Hunter Henry is the 6th best tight end in the league right now. Solid. So I think that there's just the differences in that. I have Tua. I have Anthony Richardson. I have a young quarterback already with Bo Nix. Not that those are super studded guys, but there's at least enough to build there where I could really walk into this draft and pick pieces that are going to complement my roster, and then worry about a certain positional player in the later rounds or in the next year.
Or you just take best available and then trade him to someone and get someone already established for that position.
So I mean, there's a lot of room to move with my draft picks, with the way this draft's looking at. So I don't oppose, I don't say everyone go rebuild your entire Dynasty League
but it can happen. Don't be afraid.
Right, when Tua goes down and one player gets hurt, but it is what it is. So
can I read you a hypothetical version of my Dynasty lineup? If everyone is healthy, I can either switch out Baker or Hurts, depending on the week. Okay. So that's nasty alone right there.
That is nasty right there.
And then let me read you this absolute fucking lineup. Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Breece Hall.
Oh.
A.J. Brown.
No way.
CeeDee Lamb.
Really?
Kyle Pitts at the tight end. Garrett Wilson in a flex. Mike Evans in a flex. And then the last flex can be Roma Dunze, can be Jalen McMillan, Rashad White, Javonte Williams. My dynasty team is now stacked. I went from dog shit to, that's crazy in the matter of 2 days.
You know why I say that? Confetti! What?
Anyway, that's the most... And I pulled out Jalen McMillan from my taxi squad because I'm over here might as well. He's going to get used now.
Yeah.
I love it. He's getting a start next week.
Okay, man.
Anyway.
All right, man.
Anyway, let's keep us rolling to the next thing. We've been kind of all over the place.
We have.
And I like this a little better. So if you hate it, you got to let us know. But sometimes I don't like to listen to what other people say, so. Let's see what happens.
Well, Sean, you got anything else?
I've got Nothing, man.
All right, well, let's roll right into this Thursday matchup. Why are you giving me the stank face?
Come on, man!
Out, man. All right.
Damn, I just work here.
Minnesota Vikings going to Los Angeles to take on the 2-4 Los Angeles Rams. 8:15 prime game time matchup. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Interesting enough, the spread says the Vikings are favored by -3.
That makes sense.
I think it could be a little bit more, but
We sweeped it.
we did sweep it.
Vikings cross the board. Math, what say you?
Yeah.
Vikings are gonna win.
By how many points?
24.
Damn! Good lord, you're gonna blow the mic out.
Smokes, man.
24.
Vikings are 24th offense, 10th defense. This is what NFL's telling me.
That's crazy.
10th
I'd have never
defense,
guessed that.
20th in passing, 21st in rushing.
What the fuck?
Rams are 29th in rushing, 21st in passing, 14th in defense, and 26th in offense.
It's a battle of the shitters.
I mean, I don't see that when you look at the teams like on
Right.
film. You don't see those
That's
numbers.
wild.
But I mean,
20th in passing when Darnold looks like an MVP
Yeah.
candidate and Justin Jefferson looks like OPOY.
yeah. So
That's
I don't
fucking wild.
I don't know what that looks like, but what's our thoughts here?
My thoughts is the Vikings are going to wax
I look
that
for
ass.
the Vikings to dominate, bro.
They're not going to be able to stop Jones on the ground. They're not going to be able to stop Justin through the air. It's game over.
Game over.
It's game over.
Last matchup of this team was in 2021.
Ugh.
Team's completely different back then.
Yes.
Like it wouldn't matter. But
Wasn't
the Rams,
Goff still on the Rams at that time?
the Rams won 30-23. But yeah, I mean that was a long time
That
ago,
means Jefferson was a rookie still? Like, damn.
dude. Derrick Henry or not Derrick Henry.
Dalvin
Dalvin
Cook?
Cook. There we go.
Was he a gangster at that time, or was he
Yes.
a shitter at that time?
He was a gangster.
Okay. Damn. Anyway.
So I mean, we all sweeped here
It's
on
a
this
sweep
one.
for us. Kyron.
Yeah, fire up Kyron.
Always, every week.
He's a fucking lineup lock, man.
So here's the guy, Kyron Williams. Man, I mean, he's an absolute lineup lock. Sean loves him, but I think he's gonna. I think the
Even
Rams-
though he did go to Notre Dame.
No one that's an independent. No one even cares.
he went to Notre Dame, man.
It's an independent.
It is.
I just learned that. 'Cause
You did?
I don't watch college. Bro.
Really, that's surprising. I thought
I was
everybody-
playing CFB 25,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, what's all these 5 stars? And I went and looked, and I was like, Notre Dame's a 5-star? Because I don't know, okay? I'm not stupid. I'm uneducated.
Well, they're an overrated team,
And then I was all like, what the fuck does independent mean? If you ask me, you want to be independent and you want to be a 5-star, you should have to verse Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan every single year. You don't get an off game. You better pick a conference or get that ass whooped.
Anyhow,
That's how my thing is on it.
yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm Preacher.
Kyron. Sean O'Mac.
And this is Brandon. That's us, the Gridiron Goons, at the Gridiron Goons Studios. And always remember, sometimes you need to trade your picks away. Sometimes you need to trade 4 picks. Do what you got to do. This is your week.